Welcome to my channel Maths Club. I am Dipanjan Kumar. Today I will deliver another important lecture on Rolle's theorem. So in this lecture, the learner will be able to understand the statement of Rolle's theorem, geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem, and I take one or two sums from university question paper, that is application of Rolle's theorem. These are the outcomes of this session. Okay. These are the outcomes of this session. Okay. These are the outcomes of this session. Okay. Now, let's start the statement of Rolle's theorem. Statement. Let fx be a real valued function defined on closed interval AB. Closed interval AB. Fx be a real valued function defined on closed interval AB such that there are three conditions are there of Rolle's theorem. Number one, condition number one. It is means fx, okay, continuous in closed interval AB. You know closed interval means that is a less than equal to x less than equal to b. That is the value of x lies between a and b, or it may be a or may be b. Okay, this is called closed interval. Fx is continuous in closed interval AB. That means if we put any value in this interval, if we put that value in fx, that is a function, then we will get a particular value. Then we can say it is continuous. Number two, fx is derivable in open interval AB. In AB, open interval AB, that is a less than x less than b. This is the second condition, derivable. That means you have to find f dash x, whether you will check this f dash x value, that is if we take any value from a to b, that value we will put in f dash x. That means you are getting a particular value or not. If we get a particular value, then we can say it is derivable. Otherwise not. Number three, third condition, fa equal to fb. This is the third condition, fa equal to fb. That is a and b is given. We have to put a value in fx and b value in fx. Then if we get fa equal to fb, then we can say these three conditions are satisfied. Then there exists at least one value c in the closed interval AB, c in the open interval AB, that is c lies between AB, at least one value, very important part, at least one value of c. You may get two values or three values of c. So that from these two or three values, at least one value lies on AB, that is a less than c less than b. Then there exists at least one value c in the open interval AB, then such that f dash c equal to 0. That is from f dash c equal to 0. This is f dash, suppose fx is given. From fx you have to find f dash x, then f dash c you will get. That is an equation in terms of c. From that equation you have to find the value of c. If the value of c lies between a to b, then we can say Rolle's theorem verified. So What is the geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem? Geometrical interpretation says that if we take a continuous curve, this is a curve, continuous curve, or this is the continuous curve. This is x equal to a and this is x equal to b, x equal to a line and this is x equal to b line. The geometrical interpretation says that if we take at any point on this curve, there are so many points on this curve, here, so many points. At least one point, there will be at least one point. If we take a tangent, this is the tangent at this point. At this point, this is a tangent. This tangent is parallel to x-axis. This tangent is parallel to x-axis. Here, I am getting here the tangent, here. That is suppose f c1, f dash c1 equal to 0, f dash c2 equal to 0. Or you can say f dash, this point is f dash c3 equal to 0. That means all these tangents are parallel to x-axis. Here, so many tangents are there in this curve, but here only at one point. At this point, if we draw a tangent, then this tangent is parallel to x-axis. Here, how many tangents are parallel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 tangents are parallel to x-axis. Okay, that means 5 values of C lies between A and B. Okay, lies between A and B. Okay, so here you can say at least one. Suppose if we take a tangent at this point, so this is not parallel to x-axis. There exists at least one value, at least one point, at least. But here we are getting so many points, 5 points. But I am saying that at least one point, if we draw a tangent, that tangent is parallel to x-axis. That is, this tangent is parallel to this tangent is parallel to this tangent is parallel to x-axis, this tangent is parallel to x-axis. But here we are getting 5 tangents, but in this curve, if the curve like this, then there will be at least one point, at this point, the tangent is parallel to x-axis. But if you can say, sir, if I take at this point, if the tangent at this point, then that will not parallel to x-axis. Okay, that means in that case, the C value does not lie between A and B. So this is the all over geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. Now I am taking an example, from university question paper. I'll solve, then I'll finish. Okay, my lecture. Verify Rolle's theorem for the function. Verify Rolle's theorem for the function fx equal to. Verify Rolle's theorem. This is university question paper sum. Verify Rolle's theorem fx equal to. Example. Verify Rolle's theorem for fx equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 4x minus 2. Minus 4x minus 2. The minus root 2 comma root 2. Close interval. This is close interval. Okay. This. Okay. So verify Rolle's theorem. This is from question paper sum, university paper sum. So verify, you have to verify. So now you see fx equal to solution. Fx is a polynomial function. You see, fx is a polynomial function. So fx is a polynomial function. When one thing you must remember, if fx is a polynomial function, then every polynomial function is continuous and derivable. It is known. Okay, every polynomial function in any degree, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So when you see it is a polynomial function, so we can say it is continuous. Therefore, condition 1, it is continuous. It is continuous on minus root 2 less than x less than equal to root 2. That means, what do you mean by this actually? Continuous means actually, if we take a value in between minus root 2, or you can say minus root 2, or you can say x value is root 2. If we put over here, then you are getting a particular value. Since it is a polynomial function, you must get a particular value. if we don't get a particular value after putting the value of x from here in fx, suppose you are getting infinity, then that means it is not continuous. That means if any one of the condition, that is Rolle's theorem, there are three conditions. If any one of three conditions are not satisfied, then Rolle's theorem does not verify it. Okay, this is very important. So for Rolle's theorem, there should be three conditions will satisfy. So first condition. Now, what is f dash x? F dash x 6x square plus 2x minus 4. It is also a polynomial function. Therefore, it is derivable. It is means fx is derivable in root 2 comma root 2 minus root 2 comma root 2 in this interval, open interval, that is minus root 2 less than x less than root 2. That means if we put any value of in between root minus root 2 to plus root 2 in here in f dash x, then you will get a particular value. So we can say it is derivable. Next condition 4, third condition, that means f of minus root 2 you have to find and f of root 2 you have to find. How to find? You have to put minus root 2 over here, then you will see it is 0. I already checked here, you can check, put x equal to minus root 2 over, it will come 0, and plus root 2 again it will come 0. So we can say therefore f of minus root 2 equal to f2, f of root 2. Okay, minus root 2 is equal to f of root 2. That is fa equal to fb. Fa equal to fb. Okay, so all three conditions are satisfied. Thus fx satisfies all the conditions of Rolle's theorem. We can say thus fx satisfied all the conditions of Rolle's theorem. All the conditions of Rolle's theorem. Then there exists one value c, that is c lies between a to b, that is root minus root 2 to plus root 2. One value c lies between this, such that f dash c equal to 0. This is Rolle's theorem. F dash c. Now you have to find c. Where you have to put f dash c? This is fx. That is 6c square plus 2c minus 4 equal to 0. That is 3c square plus c minus 2 equal to 0. So c value you will get, that is minus 1. I am not solving this. By middle term break you can solve it. Minus c value is equal to minus 1 and c value is equal to minus 1 and minus 2 by 3. Minus 1 and minus 2 by 3. Oh, sorry, 2 by 3. This, you see, minus 1 and 2 by 3, both value belongs to minus root 2 to root 2. Minus root 2 to root 2. This is open interval. So this c value, both the value lies between this. So what I told, at least one value, but here you are getting two values of c. Sometimes you will see out of these two values, only one value lies between this. Then we can say Rolle's theorem verified. I have written at least one value. Then there exists at least one value. At least one value. So, but we are getting here two values. So that two values lies on this interval. If the value of c lies on open interval, that is minus root 2 to, then we can say hence Rolle's theorem verified. This is all about Rolle's theorem and geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem, and one sum I have taken from university question paper I have solved. One thing you must remember, that every polynomial, I already told, you must remember, every polynomial function is continuous and derivable. Suppose, and one thing, every trigonometry, that is sine function, cos function, and tan function is always continuous and derivable. Sine function, cos function is derivable in 0 to pi by 2 or 0 to pi, okay, or 0 to 4 pi, like this. So if there is any sine function, cos function, and one thing I am saying that if I say, suppose the function is this, then I'll finish my lecture. If I say fx equal to, say, fx equal to x square by x minus 2, so the interval is 2 to 3, suppose. So is this function satisfies Rolle's theorem? So firstly, it is not continuous function, because so since this is not a polynomial function, this is not a polynomial function, this is not a polynomial function. Now you see fx is not exist at x equal to 2. That means if we put in this function x equal to 2, we are getting infinity. For x equal to 2, x equal to 2, that is f2, you are getting f2, you are getting infinity. X equal to 2, f2 is equal to infinity. That means fx is not exist on this interval, because x equal to 2, if we put, then we are not getting a particular value, so it is not continuous. That means there is violation of first condition. I already told, if one of the three conditions violate, then we can't say Rolle's theorem verified. So this is a function, this is a function in this interval, this function not verified Rolle's theorem, because this is not continuous function. Because if we put in this interval x equal to 2, then we are getting infinity. Okay, this is all about Rolle's theorem and interpretation of Rolle's theorem. I think everybody understood very nicely. So keep watching, sharing, and commenting this video with your friends. I'll come with my new video in the next time. So keep watching. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.